And one of the coolest things I like
You
about
may
these,
show you how to hold that fish?
yeah, well, I'm trying not to hurt it. If it wasn't on camera, I would just squeeze its head real hard.
What?
I know how to put the death, knock them out. I don't really, people. Please don't write me letters and say, are you mean or something? Hey everybody, welcome back to Florida Exotic. Today is the day after Thanksgiving. Hope you had a good one. We're going to kind of go around the farm and do a few things that we got to do. Then I'm going to get out of here. I came in because the guys feel like they need to be paid. But anyway, also notice we have the wall up. They only have about 50 feet to do left. But now, in my mind, we're not safe from the cold, but we're better protected. You remember we did the Tret setup, then the Tret spread? Well, this is half. Really, I don't even know if it's half. It might be, I didn't catch the whole tank. But this is half of the Trets. And look how fast they've grown.
And this is only maybe 8 weeks.
And I think are there a bunch of them down
there's
this,
another.
This
there's
is probably 100 in here or more.
Yeah, there's probably 100.
There's probably 100 more in there.
Yeah.
And I think that next door, there's probably twice that many. So that one pair probably had over 400, 450 babies, don't you think?
Yes.
And they spawned again.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to speak to them about overwhelming the farm.
We may have to do a buy one, get one. What you doing, Rick? Here, hold on. Put this mic on.
Okay.
What is this contraption?
Well,
You
do I need to turn it off?
Just hold the mic.
Okay, this is, what we're doing here is we got this big old Lirio. This is for giant palms.
Palm trees, right?
Yep, so what we're doing is I'm filling it up with water that I'm gonna bring, and this is a 600-gallon tank here that, do I have to hold it this close?
Just talk like you're a news reporter.
Oh, hey everybody, this is Rick from ABC News. Did I can say that? I don't know. But anyway, so this white tank is about 600 gallons.
So it's not supported right now. It's floating.
This is about
in here.
300 gallons. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna fill this thing up. And then I've got about 300, 350 assorted Tanganyikas. By me assorted, I don't mean mixed species. There's Julie Reganis, there's Capilli Reganis, everything is easy to tell, but Gami Trans, Brichardies. I'm gonna bring them in here, they're very small. I'm gonna bring them and put them in this tank right here. I'm gonna keep the pipe down in the big tank, and I'm gonna put them in here, and I'm gonna concentrate feeding them brine, baby brine, nano, stuff like that. And the reason I want it here, because I want them at a smaller surface so they can really get at the shrimp. Probably in 3 weeks, I'll come out here and I will drain the big white, I'll fill the white tub up, drain this down, and then we'll get a couple guys here and we'll tip it and dump them out. And then they can grow in here. But when they're real teeny like that, I like to have them where they're concentrated on their feeding. People always ask us how we get our sips to grow so fast. Well, this is a 600-gallon tank. These are some tricolor and Pimwee black bee sips we just put in here. On the bottom, we usually put another fish with them. These are Capillia retmotus. So we're gonna feed these guys probably 3 times a day. In about a week, 2 weeks, we've got another tank full of tricolors that are a little bit bigger here that popped out before. We'll move them out here. Probably we'll hope to have about 400 fish in here when we get it filled up, if not more. So then they're gonna grow like weeds. Let me show you some down here that we put out a while back. Now if you look in here, there's tricolors in here that have color. I mean, we can sex them. You can see them down there. They've got these guys are young breeders. There's probably females in there holding. On the bottom are some Lelupi. We've been selling them big time, so there's not that many. But this is probably, I don't have the date on it, I don't think. But this is, they grow like this because I think they're feeding them 3 or 4 times a day. Hey everybody, we're back here.
give it a
While
pull.
we
1,
were
2, 3,
away,
go.
this thing moved,
1,
so
2,
we've got to
3, go.
pull it back in place. It's probably got 150 gallons of water, so it probably weighs who knows what. But we want it underneath that water pipe there. And then the drain for it is right here. And then the drain for this tank is right there. So we're gonna put this drain here, back up a little bit, and then let it rip. And that's a good, Glenn, that's a good amount of water to have in here.
Well, we're gonna fill it up now?
Let it fill up.
Okay.
And then we'll set this height of this white tub.
Excellent.
Yeah, anyway,
We'll be back.
even though I got my workout shirt on, they wouldn't let me pull on it. They say I'm too old and decrepit.
You're trying to be a Canadian, aren't you?
And then I just noticed we were walking by here, there's a lot of babies here. And they need to come out of there.
These are the orange cap ventralis.
Can I catch them out real quick?
Sure.
Orange cap ventralis. Ophthalmotilapia ventralis orange cap. So they're good spitting out the babies, but it's the babies later they're going to cause the problem. By that I mean these babies are going to.
So it's not an issue of the adults bothering them, but
Nope.
it's the juvenile fish coming up.
Yep.
Well,
Like this, I'm gonna pop this one. Joe, can you find me another bucket? Well, those are nice size, but
yeah, they can go with the other one.
if they were smaller and they spit them out, then the babies that are already in here would be very
Grab one of
happy.
those males, Rick.
I sure will if you'll give me a second. Now this probably is the breeder male. Oh, and one of the coolest things I like
You
about
want me to
these.
show you how to hold that fish?
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to hurt it. If it wasn't on camera, I would just squeeze its head real hard, and I know how to put the death, knock them out. I don't really, people. Please don't write me letters and say, "Are you mean?" or something. But here, I love these things. Look at you son of a gun. Look at the egg on the fins. That's what they entice the female with. Shake them around. Female comes over. Hey, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? Here's another male. A little bit more juvenile. Probably not going to show full color because they're afraid that big one will whoop it. And I've got two more females in here, which is interesting. And they're not one of them's not showing any color. And then the females, of course, naturally are drab because they're the ones that are having the babies and they want to hide in the rocks. They don't want the predators to see them. So the males are the ones out there putting themselves on the line for the females. Yeah, sure. Anyway, I'm gonna bring these in, all of them. And get them set. Oh, here's another one. She's a little bit smaller, but those are gonna be fine. Because once they get in the warehouse, they're going to, I'm gonna leave these guys out. They're a little too big. They're gonna get brine shrimp. Lots of brine shrimp. Now again, I know some people say, oh, they're jamming the fish. I've been doing this so long that I hit the net below. So don't think, gosh, he's rough.
Yeah, there's a system. You're kind of bounce the net, and the fish actually just gently
I'm coming in behind them.
Land in your hand.
Yeah, and I'm dropping, I mean, these are my income, so I'm not going to come out here and beat them to death. Although some people think I do. But anyway, orange cap ventralis on the way in the door. Right now, I'm going to show you some of the fish we're going to move out to that tub that we just were at.
The black tub.
The black tub. Now we're going to try to put them out all about the same size, but here you go. These are Brigani. So these are going to go out.
So these are all about inch and a quarter.
Yeah. Then these are some transcriptus. And even at this small size, you can tell them apart. But once they get up to size, they're even easier.
So those
See, these
are
are more
about
checkered.
3/4 of an inch.
Yep.
Zambian transcriptus.
And they won't have any problem being together. I mean, they're going to have so much space, they're not going to bother anybody. These are daffodils, obviously easy to tell apart. And these guys will hang out more at the top of the water.
in the water column, yeah.
Yeah. So they won't bother anybody either. But
And
see?
these are all 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch.
Yep. And they're already getting brine strips. See how fat they are? And they're going to get more.
So we're going to put what, 3, 4 species
Well,
out?
there's 120 of these. There's 145 of these. There's 110 of these. So we're probably going to end up putting about 600 fish out there.
And these are Gombe trans.
Yeah, see that? See this checkered on them? Easy. I mean, we do. You know, we have to do this honestly because we don't have room. So that's 110, 255, 375, 375, 420, 100. No, those are.
No,
Loopy.
the Zambian, you've got 50.
50. We're 475, 50, 520. It's about 575 fish going to go out there. And we're not going to put any of this Lulupi out here because there's too many. These are Katoomba Lulupi, which I call blue-faced Lulupi. Because if you look at it, look them up, they get a blue face on them. But they're brown now, but outside, little bit of
In
brine
the sunlight and the brine shrimp,
Yep,
they
yep.
color up.
Katoomba. So we're breeding Carolani. These are Katoombas, and then we have Uveras. But these get a blue face to them. Hey everybody, right here. Remember I told you how to get fish to come up? This guy's only been in here about a week, and he's starting to be a little bit of a. So I'm going to show you the progression of this fish coming up front to eat, and I'm going to hold a clipboard every time. And you're going to see it happen. This guy was very, I mean, he was hiding in the back, but now, if you come up here and start tapping every time I feed him, he's going to start coming up. Boom, boom, tap, boom. Then I'm going to have the clipboard. Boom, boom. He's going to be up. Buco Noto. We're going to move these Burundi Frontosos out, but let me show you something over here. Tony brought these in 1126 red bulus. Take a look up there. Those, when I left here the other day, those were egg sacs. Just egg sacs. And what's really amazing about these guys, these are smaller. These guys eat baby brine even with full egg sacs, which is very unusual for a fish. Usually they don't eat anything until the egg sac is gone. So we're going to move these out. What we're trying to do today is get prepped for next week orders, and we've got too many fish in the warehouse. So we got to get them out of here. So yeah, Monday, we cleaned up a bunch of tanks outside and then set up to move these guys out. Did I miss him?
Both of them.
2?
Yeah.
Those? Took 2 years of Spanish in college. I can count to 10. I can do the days of the week. Doesn't help me much. Now, so we're going to take these out, and those are in Pimby. See how blue they are? And these are the other ones we're going to take out, these 6 stripes. So these are Burundis. Am I in your way? Do I come over here?
No, you're good.
Okay. So these are a little bit smaller, but it doesn't matter. They're going out to a 300-gallon burial vault. They're going to be fine. And on the way out, I'm going to toss a little, I don't like snails to go out there, but if I leave these fish in the bucket for 2 or 3 minutes, the snails hook on the side. They won't end up in the tank. But these guys will be up to saleable size, probably in, what do you think, Glenn?
Well, I mean, we have
with the
some
size.
customers that like them this size. So.
Yeah. We often have to be careful. Like, there's one I squished.
There's two little ones back over here.
Okay. Sometimes we have to be careful because, we think, well, gosh, we'll sell, give the people a little bit bigger fish. Well, you know what? Some of my customers come here and say, thank you for the bigger fish. But I can't, I don't have room for them. Look at this right here, Glenn. These are the fish we just caught. See the egg sac babies? Even they're swimming around. These are the red caps. Even they're swimming around in here. So they're gonna be fine. They're up and active. All right, let's take these out. These are gonna go in what we call blue area. And I'm gonna stop and get some shrimp. Shrimp. This is our shrimp bucket. Put it in there. I always give these guys a little bit. And then we're going. Glenn, you got that label?
I'll bring it back up.
Okay.
Actually, it's in my pocket.
Very good.
Dun dun dun.
Slippery.
Number 7.
What do we put in here?
Nothing. That was going to be the arete that we moved out to the other white tubs.
Here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we're gonna put them in here, and I'm gonna dip them back and forth. The temperature's the same. Exactly. I have a thermometer in my hand. 50 years of doing this. So now I'm gonna let them out in here. And they're gonna get out here. Come on. They don't know what to do with themselves when you first put them in. Here is some we put out. I don't know if you can see them. Put these guys out probably 2 months ago. These guys are probably, there's some in there that 2.5.
They're 2 inches, absolutely.
Yeah, so and I'm gonna put this in here just for a little goof. It gives them something to swim around and be happy. And then we've got 2 more tanks. We're gonna figure out what to move out. So hopefully by Monday, we will have about 25 empty tanks in the warehouse, which is what we need. Well, everybody, thanks for being back here with us. Day after Thanksgiving, short day. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like us. Next couple weeks, we're going to be doing some pretty neat things out here that we're going to be filming. So we hope you'll stay tuned for whatever we do, and have a great rest of the weekend and safe trips home if you're traveling. See you all later. Bye.